Hello, this is Laura at Laura Talks Softer, and I wanted to share a true story. My mama's sitting here eating her lunch. It's kind of late. It's 2 o'clock. I'm just random. I am Laura at Laura Talks Softer. She's eating her lunch, but it's not lunchtime. You know, she got up late for breakfast, but, you know, that's another thing. Anyway, I wanted to share a story because we have been seeing at least I've seen it. I don't have all the details, but of the poor big curly hair dog that looked like a little sweetheart that was killed by the police officer because of a neighbor calling and hearing noise complaints and was concerned for the safety of the neighbor, and that the police ended up shooting the dog. That is a terrible thing that happened. And I'm not going to go into about how the police responded. That's not why I'm making this video. It's just my mom had brought up to me, hey, Laura, did you do something like that? And it's like, yes. I think it was the year 2000 Super Bowl. I think 2000 Super Bowl must have been an exciting Super Bowl. Any Super Bowl fans out there? But I think it was 2000. Possibly 1999. It was 99 or 2000. Anyway, I lived in a condominium, and it was like tiered condominiums where it was on a slope of a hill. And from my condominium, I heard blood-curdling screams. Now, I already told you Super Bowl, so I messed this video up. Okay, well, you already know where I'm going with it. But anyway, so follow me. I call up 911. The dispatcher, hello, how may I help you? I said, I'm hearing screaming. It sounds like somebody's being attacked. And the dispatcher said to me, is it possible they're watching the Super Bowl? And I listened a little close. I thought, yeah, maybe. So that was that. And I'm not blaming the dispatchers for not knowing that there was, what was it going on? The basketball game? Yeah. It was the Knicks and the Knicks won. Oh, your water's boiling. I got to make her coffee, but I get distracted. I am Laura at Laura Talks Softer. Say
hi.
Wave. Anyway, I got her a little dessert. Let me show you her little dessert. She's been doing really good with her blood sugars. Look at that. Doesn't that look nummy, nummy, nummy? She ate some Chinese food. Gonna make her some. Yeah, I did call 911, and I think it was in the year 2000, And at that time, what's so funny is the city I live in, which is still the city I live in, there was actually somebody who answered, and, they would have sent somebody out. The whole police department in 2000 was a whole different situation. Now is totally different. Now I don't know what kind of response I would get. And if actually somebody was screaming for their life, I don't know how quick they would come, to be honest. That is the truth. It's sad. Anyway. My honey bunny might be watching this. Honey bunny, I'm not saying bad stuff about the city. It just has problems with the police department, okay? When the FBI is investigating the police department, when the Department of Justice is saying there's officers that don't belong, law enforcement officers anywhere, there is a problem. When Netflix makes movies about your city, about the problems with the police department, it's a problem. When YouTube has documentaries about them, it's a problem. But anyway, other than that, there are a lot of good officers on the department. But, somehow they're supporting the bad officers. Anyway, the last chief, or the last, how many chiefs have left? They leave, and then they sue the city for being bullied. That keeps happening. How many police chiefs have we had? Okay, I'm going on a rant. I am Laura at Laura Talk Softer. I'm random, and I don't talk soft. I kind of talk loud. I can talk really loud. You want to hear how loud I can talk? Mom, do you want a cup of coffee? Have a good day.